What's up, y'all? It's Jam and Sam, and today we're going to restore Gritzy Desert from Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. This comes to us as a commission from Mario the Musical over on Discord, and is tagged here in the description. Welcome, Zach, too. Zach the motherfucker. Nice. Welcome, Sylvie. Hi. Welcome. Gracias por las invitaciones. De nada. Welcome. Buenvenida. Okay. So, let's see. We are going to drag in our MIDI. And let's see. Here we go. MIDI out. Do not start new project. And here it is. So we have like 12 tracks, and let me get the DLS file. I forgot to put Fruity MIDI out with Fruity LSD, but that's okay. We can add LSD separate. And then we load up our DLS file. Okay, and we play. But it doesn't play anything because I think you have to turn the... If you change this. Yeah, there you go. FL Studio is not producing audio and stream. What a dope. Oh my god, OBS Studio is being stupid. Yeah. OBS Studio is stupid with that stuff. Unless you set it specifically, it doesn't do anything. Every single time you have to set that. I hate it so much. Like, why would you even design something like that? Nice. Cool. Yeah, so it's like a mix. Sounds like a mix of hip hop and pseudo Indian stuff. Yeah. So let's go with our first track. We have. So we have an oboe. And for this oboe, the composers used the sound canvas, Roland sound canvas, but that's a very low quality machine, so we want something better. And we want the same instrument from the CD. Anytime you can use a CD, use a sound from a CD, do it. Because the CDs were like what had all the the highest quality sample set. So we're using this oboe from the Roland Orchestral Wind CD. It's the same as the sound canvas. It just has a lot, like the samples are full length, and it's a lot better sound quality. So let's copy this over. Let's Alt and hold Alt and move this up with the arrow keys. Okay, so and we can make that louder. Very classical. Very much a classical line. Okay, and we have this part. Okay, so let's cut that and bring it to its own pattern. Find first empty, call it Oboe. And paste it here, and then we'll remove the space that exists here. Control, delete. And so we have that line isolated, and I think there was some kind of mod wheel movement here. Yeah, so we have this. Let's make sure to, let's grab this first one, but I need this to be a bar. So let's grab this first one, and then I'm gonna go over to the oboe, and let's choose, so we need to create a sort of a mod wheel sort of thing. And then that we do that by, I have to make sure that there's a vibrato on this. There's no vibrato on this, so let's add an LFO to the source part here, which means source basically means pitch. Let's add sine, and then let's set the intensity to about 14, 16. That's usually what it has to be. And frequency is going to be it's hard to tell because the sample already has vibrato in it. Which might be a problem, but we'll see. And so then we have to add an automation to that knob, which means that, or basically means that we add it to the sine power. Which I'm not really sure. Okay, yeah, so that, and then we go to generators, and then contact, and then go to intensity right here. And then we control I to see what it normally is, what's the level that we want it at. Then we're going to delete that and then paste our thing. And so we want to scale the levels to make it at the right level, which is like right here. Okay, now let's check that against the stem. I have stems here. Channel 0. Trim that out. Actually, this isn't needed. Woo, that's loud. And very bad quality. Whoa. So it's only supposed to be a very subtle vibrato. Which I think maybe the vibrato that's included is enough. Let's try it without. Yeah, I think that vibrato is enough. We don't need that. We don't need the mod wheel one. Okay, so this is centered, so we have it, and let's move on to whatever this is. We have violins. I do believe the violins come from Sample Tank. Okay, let me remind myself what the path is here. Strings, violin. Okay, viola's on violin. No, violins section. Okay, so strings, violin, comp violin section. Okay, so that's good. Let's go and copy this, and let's find first empty and call it violins. Okay, and then let's paste this to Sample Tank. Then we can cut and remove that space. Why did it, like, what did you do? Like, but not paste it. Crazy. Okay, so this is going in kind of a loop. Let's see, we have this. Okay, so it doesn't actually repeat. It just kind of, it's repetitive, but it doesn't repeat. So let's remove that, and then it is not showing the instrument. Why is that? Probably because it's the wrong, it's the wrong channel. So this has to go to 1, Alt-C to change. Too high. And too quiet. Let's see what we can do about that. Nice. Much better. And I think we want some attack on that, because it's not supposed to, it sounds like a synth doing that. I don't know why it does that. I don't know that we want that noise in there at the bottom. Well, the noise is kind of unavoidable. Okay, that sounds good. I like that. It uses a regular violin section, which is down below comp. Not sure what the difference is. Let's see. Oh, okay. I didn't even notice that was there. Let's see. Violin section. Ah, okay. I guess comp means something, it's like accompaniment or something like that. Nothing says violin section, but it does say violin ensemble. So I guess that's what we want. There's nothing that says violin section that I can see. Except for this folder. It's a folder that says violin section. But I would say the closest thing to that is violin ensemble. That sounds better. Nice, I like it. Okay, so this is awesome. I was just talking about the great songs in this series, and it always populates one of the best, one of the best in the second game. Nice, welcome, Aaron Scott. Aaron Scott. I'm gonna say I pronounced that right. Okay, so let's we want this to be 47% left, and let's see, where's my panning control? Here. So I don't. It's out of. It's from 0 to 50. It's the middle is like. Why do they do that? 62. So it's from 1 to 27. That's weird. Okay, so middle of that would be like 31, something like that. Probably about 50. Nice. But it's too much somehow. It still sounds too much. Okay, well that's good. Now, let's move on. We have basses. Well, I don't think that would be a good idea to use the violins here. We should try just using the bass section. See how that works out. So strings, double bass. Let's go there. Double bass is 1. And then let's go, okay, so this is, yeah, these are in, let's call this basses. And let's send that to channel 2. Alt-C to change. Now this is kind of, you can select the whole thing as 1. That's really weird. Why would they do that? That's like something no one would ever think of. So you can double, like, to load the whole thing as 1? Oh wait, I see how this is supposed to be a section now. Double bass is hall. Okay, so let's use that instead, because I think this one is a solo. Wait, no, it says double basses. That is really loud. So let's see about these this violin section. Okay, interesting. That's a deep cut. I don't know why they designed it like that, but okay. Now, let's check out our new violin section. Whoo, that's loud. Gotta turn that down. It doesn't have enough release. It needs more release. It still doesn't have enough release, which means it's ignoring me. So it's completely ignoring my release here, like the envelope here, for some reason, which is kind of a problem. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that. So no matter how high you put this release... Oh, that's really dumb. What is that? It just sustains it at a really low volume. Like the release like goes down low. Why is that? What? That makes no sense whatsoever. Somebody has to answer. Whoever designed this has to answer for that. That's really weird. Okay, guess we're having no release on this then. Which is kind of a problem, so I think I would like to... If I do this as an envelope, it might, because the notes end right after one another. So maybe I could use the envelope controller to try to force this to be like a thing, but I don't know. It might have some bad results. So this plugin, I don't know if there's anything we can do about that, because this plugin straight up does not work. And it's doing dumb stuff. So I'd say we just have to live with that. Hello, welcome tax fraud. Bassy low violin, yes. So I wonder if how that sound. So because it's supposed to be you just use the violin sample, but we don't want to do that. So that sounds pretty good. Let's check how the double bass sounds. Second double basses, I mean. I think the other one sounded better. Sounded more bombastic. Let's try this one. No, I like the other one better. Definitely not. Okay, let's just stick with double basses 1. Okay, so let's copy this and go to, well, we already did that actually. So these these notes, I think they're all like variated in some way. Maybe. Yeah, they're all, no, they're not variated. They don't have any variation. So that means we can reduce all this to just kind of this one repetition. You need to put it up an octave. And so this is supposed to be center, but there's a natural panning to this, so we need to correct that. Yeah, I don't know why you would put that in the sample itself, but yeah. I would say that IK multi, whoever designed this is like slipping a lot. I guess it's IK multimedia. Not exactly good software designers. So anyway, let's see what else we've got going on. So let's go to the sitar line. There's a repeating sitar and ostinato. And it keeps panning back and forth somehow. But I don't see any I don't know how it's doing that. I think it's like different notes are panned different ways. Yeah. So it goes left, right, center, left, right. Okay. So these goes left, right. It goes left, right, left, right, left, right, center, left, right. Okay, so that makes sense, and we really only need 2 bars of this. Let's just copy that down. I do believe it's exactly the same every time. Okay. So, find first empty, call it sitar ostinato. And for this, we need the, it's from the Phantom X, Roland Phantom X. And I have this as a contact patch, which I found online. Oh, what did I do with that? Did I get that? No, I don't have that. On my, I have to go get it from my drive. Did I share that in Discord? I don't remember if that would save time because I don't want to plug in that thing. I guess I don't. I'm gonna have to go get it. Okay, so let me plug in my drive, and I have everything. I have all that stuff stored on the drive, but I guess I forgot to get it. Posted a SF2 of it. I think, I don't know. Oh, I'm already here, so I'll just get it. I think I've got it. There it is. Okay, let me save this here. Okay, so this sitar. And now we can do that, and then sitar is here. Oh man, this thing won't eject it. I hate it when it does that. Okay, so we've got it here. And we will paste it into contact. And then, so the panning thing here is going to be a bit tricky. What it means is that we have to add, because if I just automated the panning, it would mess with the release, because there's release on this. If I go to channel 2, Alt-C. It has a lot of release on it, so that's going to mess, it's going to pan it over the whole patch. So what I want to do is have 3 different sitar patches. One which is pan to the left, and one which is pan to the right, and one which is pan center. Maybe about 20%. They weren't panned a lot. And so this one was pan, the first one was panned to the left, which is what I have the first track as. So if I just change this, and then this one was center, this one was left, and then this one was right. So if I take both of these, switch them to 4, and if I take this one and switch it to 3, that should be right. I want the effect to be more obvious, because it was obvious in the original. There we go. Now these all need to be louder. Actually, yeah, they all need to be even louder than that. Maybe about 6 decibels. Nice. Okay. Welcome, Mariposa 64. Hey, I love your work. Keep going. Thank you. Glad you enjoy it. Okay, now we have that done, and let's go on to whatever this is. Try to use my finger for this one. Sitar glissando. And that's on C, no, F. Okay, so basically that's just that one note. So what we want to do is this going at the same, well, no, yeah, let's go sitar glissando sitar. Okay, so for this we need SRX world. Roland SRX world. So it was an SRX keyboard thing. It was a disk called world. And what is the address of this? Let's see. Control. I have to zoom in on this. That's not the shape of my heart. Okay, so this comes from XPA. This is number 83, address 83. State stereo center. I don't know if that's right. Might be another part. Yeah, I don't think so. That's just the center. Okay, oh, there's other things here. Maybe it's a different one. Nope. Nope. So where exactly is this from? Is it... Do I have to load something, or... Because it's not here. Yeah, that makes no sense. So maybe I have to load the other bins, I guess? And there is no... But I have no indication of which one it is. And it doesn't indicate so on the sheet, so I have no idea. It should be called Stargliss. Yeah, but it's not here. At all. So I don't know. And it doesn't indicate on the sheet which if I need to load a bin, which one it is. So maybe I guess I just have to load all of them and try to find this thing like by getting lucky. I don't know. Well, I guess I can just see that it's okay. So it's not a bunch of those things. At least it's not. Oh, and I have to find it again. Why would FL Studio not just remember the path? Nope. I'm gonna have to take this. Let me just end this for now. Okay, nope. 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 Okay, so that's not there. I don't know what is wrong, or VSTs have different should be under the category plucked. Okay, so the VSTs have different numbers. That's really weird. I don't know why you would put different numbers on there. If you are a software designer designing that, you should probably put the same numbers as the machine. Because that is just confusing. So it would be in I don't know what. So it's in plucked, but where's plucked? Like what is? Oh, Stargliss. It's 80. Okay, well that was really confusing. Let's see. So I think that should be the right pitch because it was an F, and well, this isn't actually tuned. So let me see what this note is actually hitting. Okay, that sounds like the right pitch. Now let's do that, and it's got to be a lot louder, that's for sure. Which that did absolutely nothing, which means that the VST also does not respond to velocity, which is not helpful at all. Apparently the master level isn't really doing anything either. So let's try to force it. Let's go into the settings and just double this thing. That's more like it. Lovely. Okay, so we have a ooh, what is this? I mean, I know it's a sitar, but I think it's... Is that another sitar, or is that just the regular sitar? Maybe that's Orient Express. I feel like that might be Orient Express because that does not sound like the same sitar patch. And I think that's a different articulation on the sitar anyway. So that would be also SRX World, but I think you can only do one at a time. I don't think it has channels, so we just clone this. And then what's the number? Well, the numbers don't even really matter. It says it's 48, but of course it's going to be lying. That's the Orient Express. Okay, thank you. I wrote you on Patreon a week ago. I wanted to know how to donate for a custom restoration, please. Welcome, Black Sun. Oh yes, I forgot to. I've been forgetting about the messages. Sorry, but thank you for the $1. How to donate is you can. So if you're for custom restoration, like I can't, like not every song can be restored. So it really just depends on the song you want. And if it can be restored, like there's a like I can't guarantee that it's gonna be enough to like do a whole restoration, but if depending on how much you've donated already, like from Patreon, I can reduce that to the price of a commission because commissions are like $100 if the song can be restored, in most cases. So yeah, with that in mind, I will respond to you properly probably later today. Okay, so Orient Express should be in here somewhere probably. Orient Express. Ah, here we go, 45. Okay, so that is here, and then really they only have we only need these two notes, really. Find first empty called Orient Express. Or just call it Sitar Legato. Because I know that's a sitar. Or at least I think it's a sitar. Actually, I wonder if I'm right about that. I think that's another sitar articulation. Like it's something the sitar can do. Also, I haven't been checking my stems for this, but I think there's hasn't been like it's not really necessary for the others until the end, so because these are not very complicated lines. Okay, once again it's very quiet, so let's turn it up. Lovely. Now let's move on to this. It's spaced later in the song. Ah, yes, I can do that in the playlist. Okay, this is our synth bass. Okay, so this is also from the Phantom X. But I think, oh yeah, we had a custom one for that one, and I think we did record a, like we have a stem, but I think, yeah, it'll be easier to just use the stem because it's going to be the exact same thing if we use a sample. So I can tell there's not two samples in there. Oh, this is just the sample, okay. But I think that it would be easier to use the stem since we have it. No, that's not it. We can just drop that in there. Cool. Okay, so with that sitting in there, keep that sitting in there, and then no sir, don't need to hear any more of that. Okay, so what do we have here? 808 hits, drums. So I have here the 808 drums from the, let's see, 808 drums from the Roland Drums Drum and Cymbals CD. Where is that? Where did I put that? Oh, here we go. 808 kick long. And then I have the snare here. Okay, so let's take the drum beat here. We have the fill. And then at some point it does this, which is unique. And we have an ending here. I'm not sure if that's used anywhere else. It is not. So we pretty much have this whole song within here. So if we just take this, and then we find first empty and call this 808 drums, and I can put this here. Okay, first of all, that's way too loud. Second of all, let's shorten this up. And I need to choose the right pitch. Why did that happen? Let me see if that's the right one. Oh, it's because I've been sliding through the thing. So I kind of want to, let's see. That would be, so let's compare that with, it's going to be, oh, it's an E, okay. And the snare, this one's harder to tell. I'm going to say it's an A. This is going to be E. Okay, so we need this to be, so let's say they're all going to move this way. We want to take that fill and put it here. Okay, no, go here. I don't think that's right. What did I do wrong? What did I do to mess that up? Oh, because there's a fill here. Right, so here's where the bar actually starts. Cool. Nice. Okay, and these two are also repeats, so... Okay, and so when we're dealing with this here, it's pretty much repeating the same one bar over and over again for the most of the song, but then it once does these two. Wait, actually this one was unique as well. So, and I removed that one. I don't know how I didn't see that. Okay, yeah, I see how that's unique now. I think it's a different pitch, like it's supposed to be higher. Okay, that's gonna need some EQing, but it's still the, sounds off. I prefer the sample personally. What sample? This is a sample. Wait, what sound? You mean the Orient Express? Because it will also loop easier than the stem? What? You mean I think you mean the Orient Express? It would also loop easier than the stem? I'm not sure what the synth bass. Okay, all right. Let me see. So we can remove that then. This is it, yes. Okay, so let's remove that. So let's copy this. Is just, let's see, just repeating the same two bars. So we only need 2 bars of this. And let's find first empty and call it synth bass. And then we need the sample, which is taken from the a real Phantom X, because there's a there's a velocity, there's like a difference in the velocities, like a filter on it. So when you do lower velocity, it takes the lower filter cutoff, and that's what's happening in the game. I hate how FL Studio just starts everything like that. Like you should put like an envelope on it by default. It's stupid. Okay, there it is. Nice. Now, what's next? Oh, toms, nice. Oh yes, the toms are from the sample tank. Nice. Okay, so these notes, if you will, are going to be, after this, they repeat 2 bars, and then never again. Okay, so that's all we need, and then we're gonna find verse empty and call this toms. And then we're going to go to, why is this here? Sample tank, and then we go to a new space. Choose where our patch will go. We go to drums, acoustic. Wait, what is the address of this? Drums, acoustic. Okay, pop small. Sounds much better. Glad you like it. Alrighty. Pop small, here we go. Pop pocket. Catchy. Okay, and apparently there's supposed to be a tom, I think there's going to be some toms in here that are like, they're part of the articulation. So this is like, this has got to be, we got to go by a beat here. So let's make sure we don't do it like, yeah, don't mess it up. Okay, so let's control delete. And then control delete. And let's make sure that we indicate this, the bar starts here. No, it doesn't start here. It starts here, and this is a repetition. So this is not the right note, and oh, it's not the right channel. Let's go to channel 3 and Alt-C. Okay, so here's here's a low tom. And it's really loud, so let's turn it down. And they're panned too, so we have to watch out for that. Okay, so that's our pitch. So it's a little high overall. Let's turn down, see if we can turn the pitch down. I'm a little nervous because anytime you have to do anything with this VST, it is completely unhelpful and poorly made. Anytime you have to make any changes, this VST tends to just muck everything up. I don't see anything for pitch difference. Yeah, like I said, very unhelpful, this VST. So, I don't see anything that could be helpful at all. Ah, pitch. Here we go. Let's see if that helps. Or even works at all. Okay, at least it works. Okay, so let's take, I'm gonna take a piece of this over to here for comparison. It'll make it easier to work from. I think it has to be a little lower pitched. It sounds like there's a really strong envelope on that. What's the difference between pop pocket and pop small? Oh, it's that one of those weird things again where you have to click the name. I was like, that doesn't sound right. Yeah, thank you for reminding me of that. I forgot how poorly designed this VST is. So let's just do that instead and then see. I don't think there's really any difference, honestly. But just as well. So the problem is, The problem that we're having is that the envelope here on this is really bad. It's just like a really snappy, and you don't get any of the tone of the actual thing. Let me see if the envelope actually even works here. Nope, not helpful at all. Once again, super unhelpful. See if we use at least the attack button, at least the attack knob works a little bit. And maybe we can put a limiter on this, or we can have the ah, there we go, that's better. Oh, we needed that attack on there. Okay, interesting. Maybe lower key. Could be. Let's see. I think it's the right key. I think it's just that there's like that hefty snap on it. And that tone is like trapped in there. So let's see if they have a limiter on here. Actually, oh, that does make it better. Actually, I'm not sure if that helps. I think it just has a nice distortion on it. So let's give this... Actually, I need this to be independent. So this... Oh, wow. What happened there? Okay, I don't know... This VST is so poorly designed. So this... Let's send this to a mixer track then. Okay, so what we want to do here, and it's still really quiet. Okay, so let's get a limiter. Turn it down a bit. And then let's put the limiter down here and give it some compression. So we want to hear that tone. And maybe give it a little more attack. Okay, it's a little loud, but let's see. Okay, maybe it can be a little quieter. And maybe it is actually, you're right. I think you're right. It is a little lower key. Welcome, Douglas Sarosh. Good job. Very nice. Glad you enjoy it. Welcome. So, I think, yeah, maybe lower key is right. Synth. I don't know why they would call it synth. Like, that's not a good name for this. Maybe a little bit, maybe 2. And that sounds about right. And release. Well, they're toms, so they have to have release. Or if I turn the limiter off. I think that makes it a little better on the release. Okay, that does make it better. And some of the drum, like one of the drums is too quiet. So what we need now is we need to clone this. I think there's a way to like clone this, isn't there? No. No, I don't think so. This VSD is not that useful. So if we go to pop small and just do another one and another one. And then we give it the same settings as the first one because we're gonna have to copy all that. Turn off the reverb, turn on the comp, and then turn it up to loudest as possible. Loud, comp. And then we have to say that I want this, I want each of these, I want this one to go to channel 4, Alt-C. This one to go to channel 3 because it's panned, or channel 5, because it's panned, each of them are panned different ways because it's supposed to be from the perspective of the player. So this one's like, so this one's on the left. So let's say the first one is panned left. And then the, wait, no, that's the first, that's the middle one. Exactly the one I didn't want. And then the last one that's too small to like. Okay, so here it is. Whoa. Why is there such a big difference in... That one is the lower one is really loud for some reason. What is going on? Oh, because one of them is like that, they're not sent to the same mixer track. Okay, now they're all the same volume. That works. I like that. Thank you. Thank you guys, likes. You're welcome. Hi, you are the legend. Thank you, Frayed. Welcome. A1 and B1 are used for the three key. The A1 and B, yeah, but these are not in keys. So if I turn it to this, it's just going to be another drum. Or you mean that those are the actual drum patches? Okay. A1 and B. Wait. Okay, so I should switch it to this, to the A and B and G. Okay, that makes more sense. And I think it's now that the key can be raised. Okay, perfect. Now, now we can move on to the next one. So we have a tambourine in here. Let's see, where's that tambourine from? That's also from the sample tank. Let's go to sample tank and percussion. Percussion. And it doesn't, that's the way I get confused whenever I see the, why I got confused whenever I thought that this, because it doesn't respond to my my mouse wheel like things usually do, so I have to like do it myself, and it's a really small, like it's just small on the screen. Like, who designed it like this? I guess, is there at least a way that I can make it bigger? No? Okay, then. Guess not. So now, to go down and find the tambourine, I think the tambourine is here. Whoa, whoops. Damn. Gotta watch what I'm doing. And now the drums are over here. Okay, so now we probably, did we ruin some settings by doing this? Because it's going to go back to the same setting, maybe attack. And composition, okay. Compression. Okay, now select another space, and then go down tambourine. No. Tambourine, and then we do, so we only need one bar of this because it's like just a repetition. Let's copy that, and then go to find first empty, call this tambourine. And then we play that. Well, we bring it to the sample tank. And we go to channel 6, paste that, and then Alt-C. But which note is this at? Okay, that makes sense. Is there other notes in here that are like... Okay, so these are like other articulations. We can use other articulations here because what he's doing is artificially, or what she's doing is artificially creating a tambourine roll. And where the C's are the high velocity things, high velocity hits. But here we have other articulations for lower velocity hits. And we also have another, like, a higher velocity hit here. And we can raise this up a little bit more. Okay, and so there's also this one here. Oh, this one got removed. Nice. So that's a much more expressive line using the sample set. Tambourine should be C2. Okay. Whoa. Definitely not. There's nothing there. So that's a pretty cool expressive line that we got. Nice. Sounds natural. I like it. Anyway, let's move on now to Kabasa. Let's copy this this one bar, and then we'll go to find first empty, call it Kabasa. But it's using all the same. It's playing almost. Oh wait, so it's not. It cuts out for some of the bars. So let's go Kabasa. And then we'll go to sample tank, and then you have somewhere in the percussion Kabasa. Let's go to another space, not replace what we've done. Okay, and this we will have here. Oh, but it has to be channel 7. Alt-C to change. Ooh, lots of articulations here. So cool, so we have like, wow, okay. We have just like two notes, two unique notes, so it would be like, we have some strong articulations here, so I think that's where we'll start with this. I wonder if we just run through, because let's try first using all of them, and then let's hold Alt X, and then we'll also randomize these velocities so that we get a little bit more expression out of it, because I know there's like it like changes what velocity you use. Not that one. Not that one. No. It's a little too expressive. So maybe just two of them then. Or maybe the strong ones should be the slapped ones. Yeah, I think these are a little bit, most of these are a little bit different. So maybe just use these two. It's a weird thing with the keying. The kabasa is at the key of B3. Nothing there. C2 on sample tank. I don't know what C2 on sample. So if C2, if the drums are at C2, they started on C4. So then it's or the whatever was the tambourine. So that means that they're 2 octaves lower. That would be, what is this, B3? That would be B5. Okay, so you just want this one. Yeah, so maybe it's just better to keep it to these two. It's a little too strong. But maybe better to keep it to just this one. Okay. Better to keep it to just that. Yep, alright, so that sounds good. Okay, so next we have is this another layer to the violins? Nice. And these are panned the other way. Our weird with no release violins. I wonder if this level helps anything. Maybe if I just put it up here. Wow. That's loud. Crazy. It doesn't even do anything. So useless. You know what would be a good solution to this is just have, like, if I, so the problem with the automatic, with like using an envelope controller for release is that it runs into the next note. But if I just do every other note, then I should be okay. And I just put them on 2 different patch lines. That would be fine. So if I send this to channel 8, and then that would mean I have to somehow control the volume, which should be in the VST's controls. Channel 1 volume, okay. Which means that I'll have to get, like, I have to add Fruity Envelope Controller. Where is Fruity Envelope Controller? Right here. And then do like that, and then create a normal amount of release with this filter. And then I'm going to have to tell Fruity Envelope Controller to control this, to link the volume to this articulation here. And then we're going to have to, so we're going to have to put this up here and then clone it. And then we're going to have the next one control channel 8. Wait, why did it have a conflict in there? Weird. Okay, so this Shift C will copy that to envelope controller 1. And then we have to Shift C, no wait, Control C and copy this also to the envelope controller, to the second envelope controller. And then when we hit the note, but the only problem with that is that the note has to continue on for a bit. Let's see. Except that it's not affecting the volume for some reason. Oh, it removed the thing for some reason. Why is that? That's so stupid. Oh, because I selected articulator 1. Okay. On the other one by accident. Whoa, that's too loud. Okay, so let's master. So we have the master, and then we have that one. So let's just turn. How do I turn this? Actually, I'm gonna have to do it on the envelope controller. Nice. Okay, so now the next part, I have to actually put the violin section there. And of course this thing, what? Oh, you are stupid. This thing is so small and it doesn't work with my mouse wheel, like the dragging function. I have to like click it and move it myself. So bad. Okay, so violin section and then... Oh, shit. So loud. What did I do? Oh, yes. I did this. Wow, that's really loud. Okay, so this, we're gonna have to... Why is... Oh, it's quiet now. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Oh, that's because I clicked it. Okay. Oh, and there's a panning difference. I forgot that I panned this thing. 21% left. And one is still louder for some reason. Makes no sense. They should be at the same. Oh, I guess they weren't at the same before, but it still sounds louder. Like that makes no sense. Now they're quieter. They sound about the same. It just goes to show you this VST is an absolute mess. Nothing works right. Okay. Violin jump scare. La, 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 da, 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 da. Yeah, right. This doesn't work with a mouse scroll at all, gonna be real. Yeah. Doesn't work with anything at all. Here in Virginia, this stuff is impossible to access. What do you mean? I mean, I'm using the internet. Oh, your previous message. I just learned you're from New Orleans. How easy is it to eat exotic meals like frog or alligator? I mean, I've had gator, and I think I've had frog legs. They only eat the legs. They don't eat the actual frog. It's like a lot of meat there. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy. I can't remember the last time I had frog, but gator is nice. It tastes like pork pretty much. Yeah, it's not really that weird. It's not as weird as it sounds. Frog legs maybe just kind of taste like chicken, really. It's a little, but it doesn't taste strange as far as I remember. Yeah, welcome, Carlo Nassar. Okay, so now we have this other violin line that I had been meaning to do. So let's copy this. And we're gonna have to do the same thing. So actually better keep it to the no, we'll keep it in the same line. Actually, no, this is kind of a cluster. I want to put it in a different line. Let's call this violas. And then we'll put this here. And then select, oh, I think I can automatically select odd. What? It's not selecting anything. I think maybe it means the odd beats. I don't know. That's annoying. Okay, so let's just select it by hand. Wait, I'm getting messed up here. Okay. Now, let's go and cut these. No, actually, we don't have to cut them. We just have to send them to a different channel. Channel 10, and then the rest of them are going to be sent to channel 9. Alt-C to change. So now violin section, we're going to have to put 2 more violin sections. Okay, and this one is panned to the right. And now we want to I'm going to need 2 more controllers, so let's clone both of these. And these are going to be mapped to the volumes of 9 and 10. So let's, channel 10 volume goes to the 4th envelope controller. Channel 9 goes to the 9th. Let me go to the 3rd. Okay, and so we have these. We'll Shift C and copy these notes. To envelope controller 3. And then we will take those notes and turn them, make them a little longer. And then we will take the other notes, Shift C, copy them. And then go back, Shift C, and make them a little longer. Except that all this is supposed to be down an octave. Okay. That sounds pretty good. Now the violins, and this is gonna have to be, because we have this, it's gonna have to be at the next bar. Okay. So that's good. Now what's now? Oh, that was the it. That was the end. Okay, so now we just put it together. Some people don't agree with you about Gator tasting well. You're restoring, not recreating, but that violin sounds kind of stock. Yeah, I mean it's the same violin as the original, so I wouldn't know what to do about that. Yeah, I guess that's the restoring part. Once we get to mixing, you're sure the violin section will not work for the bass strings? Well, it doesn't even go in that range, and it's not that it won't work per se, it's that it doesn't sound good because now we have the ability to use the bass, so it's a really stretched sample, and so it's gonna sound bad. Like, it doesn't even, like, you would have to basically record the note and then force the violin section to play that far down. I don't even know why it's not playing now. But... oh, because of the thing. Yeah, so you would basically have to... and now I can't even play it. If you go to the bass line... I hate scrolling with this thing. Oh, it actually does stretch. But it sounds so bad. Like, where's the next note? If you go... it just sounds so strange. I don't like the way that sounds, but if you really want me to do that, I will. Maybe not for YouTube, but I'll give you a separate recording of it. So yeah, but the basses sound a lot better. It's really quiet though. Why is it so quiet? That's crazy. It could be a little thicker. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Versus. It only sounds cool in the DS because it's like, okay, I can do that. Yeah, I'll give you a separate version. I think it kind of sounds weird because you're on a desert and it kind of sounds like desert instrument. I don't follow. I mean, it doesn't sound like an instrument. It just sounds bad. Like, it just sounds like, I don't know, it just sounds like a weird bass to me, the stretched violin. Oops. Yeah. I'm not sure, but I'll give you a version with that on it. That sounds good. Okay, so so let's put this thing together. We have, let me get the sequence in here. And we can look at that like this. The first thing we have is, I can see that we have our, well, let's put the sitar ostinato first. I think that should be like here, and then we just go all the way through. And then I can see the cabasa, which goes for most of the song, but then stops right about here. And then continues, wait, it continues half, like mid-bar. Not even mid-bar, like quarter bar. Interesting. Too loud. Okay, so where's that bass? Oh, because it's the original MIDI track that I still have enabled. But we do need the basses in here, though. And then we have the toms coming in. Okay, and then, wait a second. Oh, it's like a, hold on, there's no actual toms here yet, and the toms come later. I think, maybe. I think the toms come in later. What's next? Oh, the tambourines. Need to go here. I think the tambourines go through everything, go through all of it. Yeah, they play through the entire song. Okay, and then after that part, there's like another couple of... I do like a false start, sort of. Oh, no. So there's the bass, and then there's like 2 long bars. Yeah. Okay, and then we have our... We're gonna need another pattern here for sure. So we have our Sitar Glissando. No. Glissando Sitar. Oh, and then also we need to make a room. Well, actually the bass, I think... Yeah, actually we can put the bass down here. Oh, the bass goes through the whole song after it does that intro. Okay, then we have to make a slice in here. Actually, let's do the whole let's do the violas too first. Okay, and then let's insert another track for whatever melody plays well with that. The oboe goes over that. Pretty cool. Nice, I like it. Oh, and there's supposed to be like a little flam before the toms. Oh, wait. Let's put a Maximus on this so we can make sort of compress some of the stuff. Let's see. Ooh. Way too much highs. Probably the tambourines are too loud. It could actually be the cabasa. Oh, it is the tambourines. Might actually be the cabasa as well. That's fine. Oh, I forgot the 808 drums. Pop Small, I think, starts before line 13 and strings end a little earlier than expected. Oh, somehow I got copied as a shorter note. Oh, because they start here. I think maybe. No, they start here, but the note is actually too long. Somehow. Oh, because of the like that kind of ending. Oboe needs to be a lot louder. Okay, now let's give everything a mixer track. Oboe will have the first one. Sitar will have the next one. Where is the... I created a separate thing and it's like... Wow. Contact is so stupid. What? That makes no sense. Jesus. Okay, so... let's send this to channel 3. Let's send the oboe to channel 3, and this one to channel 4. Ooh. I also I did forget the hip-hop drums as well. So let's see. There was a... and it stops whenever the next basses start. Okay, and that... So the part at the beginning with the hip-hop drums is like... So you have that other part. Over here. And then you have this break right here. Okay, and so the violin section is going to be 5, I think. Dun, 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 dun. No, that would be this. Yeah. And then that's going to go to 6. But then we have to set the cabasa. And the tambourine. Now these can be 111. Okay, so the violins are too loud here. Nice. Okay. 808 kick. No. Oh my god. This is already taken by something. Okay, so Sitar Gliss. Okay, so we got toms here. Let's call this toms. Sitar 1, or just do sitar. Wait. Oh, the oboe is going through here as well for some reason. It's not listening to me. So it's sending the sitar through the I want to say this is probably one of those situations. No, it's just because Contact has this convoluted way of going to like picking mixer tracks, which I forgot to account for. Do that, and then now it'll work. Okay. So this is the oboe. And this is the sitar. Strings. Basses. Let's call this violins. Tambourines can be louder. Tambourine. What is this? 808 kick. Oh, and kabasa. I gotta put the 808 kick somewhere else. Oh, I think that's what's been so loud. Why is this going through? Oh no, okay. Snare. Okay, this is the sitar gliss. What's this? I guess this can just go here, since there's nothing there. Okay, so synth bass. And then what's this? This is the kick. Okay, now everything's mapped. What is it? The tambourine sample is on C2 on sample tank, in case you want to listen to that. Yeah, I mean, I know it's just that sample, but I like the sound of the I like the sound of it using all of the expressiveness that is relevant. I think it sounds nicer with all these samples, but if you want to say no on that, you're welcome to. So it's just this sample, and then, but I like the way, because these sound very similar, and then the last ones have the really like soft. That's what they're made for. Is like these are made for softer velocities, and I like the sound of that. But if you want to say no on that, you're welcome to. Our Orient pres. Oh yeah, the Orient thing is missing. Pop small, I think, start before line 13. What? No, they don't start before 9:13. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the way it goes. It's like usually like a full thing sounds a little strange, but it's supposed to, as long as it sounds good. Act Orient Pres X is missing. Okay, so okay, so that sounds good. Now let's take it, let's mix it. Let's do it line by line. So this sounds pretty good on its own. Now this needs a lot of stuff. Let's give it some chorus. Slow it down. Okay, that's not bad. Let's EQ it a little bit. Let's get out some of that low-end rumble with a high pass. Nice. I like that. And then let's, this is an old 80s sample, so let's turn up, let's give it some saturation. Nice, let's turn it down a bit and gain some volume. And we need a limiter because there's that one part of the sample that just gets louder, that just crescendos, and I don't want that to happen. So let's give it a limiter with the compressor to keep it from being obvious, and nice. Now let's give it a little bit of reverb. I saw something going into 13 here. What's that? Let's dock this to the right. And let's call it reverb. And let's send this to it. And let's make that... Nice, I like that. Lovely. And I don't really like the reverb on the machine itself. Let's see. Oh, that's just release. That's actually not reverb. Very well. Oh yeah, definitely don't want that L low pass. Let's give it about 1 or 800 milliseconds of release. Nice, much clearer. And let's give that some reverb now that we've... Nice. Maybe 4 versions? What? 4 versions. The bass and the tambourine, the only thing I mixed about those two. I don't know about 4 versions, but I can do a few different, like 1 or 2 different versions. I can give you like stems of what, maybe I can give you stems of it. Perfect, all right. Let's see. So these are nice. Don't really need to do much of this. I think it already has a lot of reverb on it too. Yeah. Has built-in reverb on it, so. This doesn't need, this is pretty good as is. Okay, this needs chorus, because it's a mono recording. We don't like hearing mono. Nothing in mono. And so I slowed it down, now I just want it to be half power. I kind of want it a little louder. And the cabasa should be a little louder. Sounds pretty good though. Now here's where we need to EQ the snare. And we need to put a low pass on it a little bit. Because the stem here, like if I bring up the stem of the, I don't even know what channel that is. Okay, so this stem Might need a little more bass to it. And since it is an 80s sample, maybe a little bit of saturation. Nice. And then we can, I don't think we need to be that loud. I do want a little chorus, so let's see how that works. Yeah, sounds good. I like that. Yeah. Okay, so what's next? Oh, the kick. I'll do the kick now since the kick is. Let's give it some saturation. Lovely. And then maybe chorus. I'm not sure how chorus is going to work here. Actually, I like that. Lovely. Okay, glissando sitar. So this sounds like it needs EQing first of all. Needs to be brightened up, and then actually the middle just needs to be lower. Okay, and since it's such an old sample, it could benefit from some saturation. And I would like to stereo separate this, make it sound like it's all over the place. It's like a pad, kind of. Lovely. Maybe some exciter too. Ooh, I like that. Okay, now the synth bass, let's give it some chorus because it's very mono. Lovely. Maybe a little bit of saturation. So I remember the original was pretty distorted as well. I want this to stay at kind of like 6 dB, so. And what's this? What's this unnamed thing? Oh, this is the Orient Express. Sitar, legato sitar. Okay, that one's stereo, so we don't need chorus. Let's give it saturation. Wait, no, I don't want that. I want that to be full. Let's give that some reverb. Well, it has reverb on it already. But I don't really like the reverb of the unit. I want the reverb of my reverb. So let's have it give, let's give this reverb as well. Lovely. Nice. And let's make that stereo separated as well. Lovely. $120. It's supposed to be in 123. Oh, so the MIDI is like lying to me. Because the MIDI, I just left it the way the MIDI did. It's funny that it's actually supposed to be in 123. Because I did not change that. Okay, let's turn the main sitar down. I kind of want more reverb here. Okay, we have too much bass here. Turn these down, we have too much bass. Levels are looking good. And I want some release for that oboe. So the violins, they kind of stick out whenever there is... I need their, like... First I need to remove this low-end rumble. I need more saturation for this oboe. Nice. I like it. And I could also take this down. And I think this note needs to be quieter. But Logic did dictate that this one needs to be quieter too. Okay, that's a lot better. I think this one also needs a an exciter. All right. Excellent. Thank you, Rusty Domino. So now we have to loop it. Okay. So how about an ending for this? Let's see what we can do. So maybe we just go remove some stuff. Actually, let's give it one note after that. If we say, let's merge these into one. We can then just take the last note of each. Then maybe the stronger one here. Which one is the stronger two? There we go. Ah, maybe a shake here. That would be nice. Lovely. Maybe a hit there, and then I like it. Or maybe the hit, the shake waits. Nice. Okay, and so I want the bass to like lower in volume. So maybe channel 2 volume, and then we go Control I, and then here we just do like that. Lovely. And then since the synth bass is a sample, not a plugin, or since it's local, I should say, we can do this. Lovely. Nice. Kind of makes me want to extend the basses out. And this is the tom. Nice. I like it. May I hear the loop? Okay. Yep, so that's the loop. I don't know if that's exactly the right place, but yeah, you can let me know. Have you ever heard of this fan flash game called Super Mario 63? I have not. Sounds like a real, someone had fun with that. It's a media called Party one in the 1940s. Oh, okay. Loop is off. What's the loop? Let's see. To drag in the original for that. Okay, so so all these are not there. Okay, so this goes away. I'll actually need that tail there. Shouldn't be like that. Maybe the snare can be a little louder. Lovely. I like it. Basses ain't playing. What? Oh, did I mute them out? Or is this... Let's see, what's happening here? Wow, what's being stupid here? Oh, it's the volume. Okay, so then I just... What did I have it at before? Forgot about that. Whoops. Yeah, all right. Except I still don't hear them. Okay, they're there. Good. Very nice. I like it. Ah. I think the glissando sitar can come down. Violins are quiet, didn't just jump scare volume. Oh, the violins are jumping around. That's because each note is like a different volume. Yeah, the low notes are just like really quiet. It's also that this one's like louder than the other one. Yeah, see, this note is really quiet for some reason. That's why Sample Tank is such a bad VST, man. Okay, now it's normal pitch. This one's a little quiet. Okay, that'll do. Okay, so I think it's better to just... There we go. That ought to do. Okay, that's better. Okay, that sounds great. So what was what you wanted to see, so you wanted two versions of the bass. You wanted one with the one that's like this faux, like deep, like a stretch sampled violin. And then this one, and then you wanted one with the regular one. So what I can do for that is clone this. And then I can change these to a new pattern, a new channel, which is 12. And then, so this will be sort of an experiment. Like, what does it take to make, like, how good can we make those violins sound? Let's see. So it's the violin section. And then, let's see. So that would be down. Oof. Okay. I think that's the right octave, right? Yeah. Okay, so and there's no like filter on it that I can tell. No. So in order to make this sound somewhat good, I'm gonna have to send it to a mixer track, and let's see. So let's call this Vio bass. And then we're gonna try to boost the bass. That's about all we really can do. In order to make it as loud, about as loud. Oh yeah, it actually isn't that loud. Okay, so that's about what your violin bass is gonna sound like. Smash Bros. Brawl remix of this incredible. Welcome, Ledger Doke. Okay, so that versus... So that's about what the other version would contain. I don't really know what else you wanted another version of. Okay, and so what else did you want? Do you want another version of? What other things is there that you were like, I don't know about that? The tambourine, maybe. So let's see. We take that tambourine and then we clone it to, and we limit it to that one note. Yeah, so it sounds just kind of like flat, like the game. And it's a little bit, it's just a little bit annoying. So if we turn down the velocity, it might not be so bad. So that's about what it would sound like with just that one note. What about the 808? Oh, you mean with the compressed 808 samples? So the 808, probably what was actually used was the Phantom XR for the 808 drums, because those contain samples of 808. But the samples that it contains are pretty low quality. They're quite compressed because the Phantom XR didn't have, I guess it didn't have a lot of memory to work with. So if we drop those samples in there, and then we use the 808 drums, clone that, and then we take these over to the 808s from the Phantom XR, then it's like, okay, so I think this would be just regular pitch if we do this. And if we give those mixer tracks, I can't even get, why isn't it letting me go up with this? There's only 16 channels? What? Wait, what's going on here? There's supposed to be like 99 of these things. Why is there only 16 mixer tracks? That's crazy. To add them now? Wild. I guess it's to save CPU power and like scrolling if you get caught back there. That makes sense. So in order to make this kind of sound good, we need to, let's snare lo-fi, and the kick lo-fi. So maybe we could give it a saturation knob, and then add an exciter. Okay. I sent a patch mode. I think it's about having a patch mode. I think it's more about, because these are the samples from the 808, from the Phantom, so it would just be the same thing, just made into a patch. I suppose we could also give this a chorus. It would make it sound better. So if we do this and this, gonna turn it halfway. Yeah, that'll about do it. We'll do a chorus for this one too. That's about as good as that gets compared to the... Oh, it's a little higher. Let me get the stems for this. Okay, so that compared to... Okay, so it is a little higher than that. No, I think that's it right there. It has to be a little higher. That would be about it. The less chorus on that. Nice, I like it. That's about what it would sound like. Patch it. There are two modes in patch and performance, right? But that, how would that even change it if I have the? If you want me to try the patch, does that mean or the? Because I think patch and performance, like, it doesn't really change much except compiling other sounds with it, right? I can try it out, but I don't think it'll change anything. I don't see where you sent it though. You have patch mode. I sent a patch mode. I don't see the patch mode though. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I see the samples, like I took the samples from there, but I don't see a patch. But the samples that I'm using here are from the message that you pinned. I downloaded them from Discord. So that's about it. I can give you a version with, like, I can give you like a version with like the Vio bass. What is Vio bass? The Vio bass and the 808 drums, the compressed lo-fi 808 drums, and the tambourine, yeah, and the tambourine all in there, so it sounds closer to the game. So what I can do is another arrangement, and all of these, like this I can change to select all similar clips, and I can change to Vio bass, and then I can do this, change to 808 drums lo-fi. And then the tambourines, I can select all these. change it to the second tambourines. So it would sound like this. All right. Okay, so yeah, that'll be, so then we'll call that done now. That sounds like, oh, is it? Did it come off my stream for some reason? Okay. So that sounds good. We'll call that done, and I'll call this, I'll save this thing, I'll call this version 2. And then we'll save this as a thing. Save this onto my drive. Oh, yeah. Gritzy Desert. And yeah, so we'll export that. Export both of those and send them to you. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for coming to the stream, and this will be Jammin' Sam signing off. Until next time, take care and have a nice day. Composed by Yoko Shi. Yes, I did get that part. Yeah, it's in what is it? It's in the description of the song. All right, y'all. This is Jammin' Sam signing off. Until next time.